Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, welcome back if you're returning. How are you guys today? Hope everyone's doing well. Look at that ugly disaster. Of course, that's not how the nails are going to look, but those were my little examples. I bought this clear and some monomer and a brush and several other things from JC Beauty Concept. And then I got an email from them saying they refunded everything but the clear monomer and 3D brush because I guess they were out of stock. And I did this set because I wanted to use, what's up with the little pieces of wood or sticks? I just opened this. I've experienced this a few times with chisel, actually. I did not like the smell of this monomer. Hard no. It wasn't bad. It didn't have that Foot Locker sweat sock chop shop smell. It had a different smell. I've smelt it before, but I can't remember what monomer I smelt it in before. Didn't like it. I liked the performance. I liked the clear was okay. I only did this clear layer, so I don't really know, like, I don't have a good review on it, is what I'm saying. The 3D brush was spectacular. I wanted to use those Sean Legend gels, and I have a hard time deciding how to use gels, what to do with gels, so I always just do an ombre like this, or do a Frenchie, because I don't draw. But these gels seem like they could be good enough as far as like their viscosity, their thickness, to do nail art. You know, to draw, if you can draw. They're extremely pigmented. They're exactly the same color as the bottle. The bottle's a matte. The brush is spectacular. I like everything I've bought of his so far. Like, top notch. Top notch. Well, I only bought one acrylic powder, and it was a chalky yellow. But the color yellow is one of those colors that is has a lot of white in it to make it that pastel kind of vibe. So that was not a good color to choose to judge the performance because it was chalky, because it had a lot of white in it. So I can't really reserve or give judgment on the acrylic, but everything else was spectacular. The brush on these top coats, wow. It holds so much product. You can get one layer on almost 5 nails before you have to dip it back in the jar. I think I mentioned that to you guys before. All right. So obviously what I did was put on my clear layer on this pop-off method, painted each nail with the gel, cured it, then I put on a matte top coat, cured that. And the reason I did a matte top coat was because I don't want to go in with monomer on top of that gel without some protective barrier in between, or it will, I don't know if it will, I've heard it can melt, shrivel, curl it, ruin it. So you can put matte or clear. I just used matte. I'm sorry, matte or gloss. I just used matte. I saw this trick where you put a bead of, like if you have a really harsh color to ombre, that if you do a small ombre first with white or clear. I didn't think clear would really be the jam, so I tried white. And my ombres came out seamlessly. It worked great, except I think you're only supposed to put one bead, not actually do an ombre. And that's what I did. So I'm just taking my e-file and lowering the huge hump I made. So yeah, this did work, but if you're going to do it, I would suggest starting the bead down much lower, like only place one bead, and you don't have to make an ombre, because that's what I automatically started doing, was making an ombre, when really you just want something there to cover the harsh line, and then go in with your ombre with your nude or pink or whatever you're using. So yeah, I was also in danger here of e-filing off my matte top coat, which I didn't think about till a few minutes in, and I was like, oh shoot, and then I used some swipe, and I did not take the matte top coat off, thankfully. But yeah, this did help if done correctly. And yeah, I have mentioned to you guys before that since I'm going to be doing a nail room tour here really soon, because there's this video, then there is the video, I have 2 more videos for you guys of nails before I can do the nail room tour, although I might record that like tomorrow. You guys just won't see it for maybe like a month or something. But My point is, since I have gotten my nail room all the way together, where I know where my glitters are, I downsized some polishes, or I'm not polishes, gels, whatever you want to call them. And so I have room on my gel racks to like organize things by brand, which helps me see more clearly what I have. So crystals, basically every section of my nail room now has an area where there, sorry if that jumped there, but anyway, there's an area for everything, instead of like having to move a surplus of something to another area and not realizing that I have it, or having to split the glitter area with chrome now because I don't have a place for chrome, and I just decided to learn chrome, and I previously didn't have any, etc. So that being said, my point is, I have better access to my products. They're more easy for me to look at. I know where everything is. And so it's helping me be more creative, and it's helping me use more of my stuff. So when I saw these gels, I was like, oh, you know, that berry towel is like my favorite nude. I've been wanting to use it, so that would be perfect. If I did an ombre, I could use that nude. I could use the new gels I got. And it gives me a chance to use some other product, like one of my liner kits that I have, or some of my sugar that I have. So that's why I ended up using liners and doing sugaring. And I was able to get into and use so many of my products, and it made me so happy. So I'm going to be trying to get into, besides the 2 sets I already have, 2 more sets behind this that I already have that are coming after this video. And then the nail room tour, I still have to swatch my chisels, just kind of thinking out loud to you guys as far as what's up next. You know, I always do this. I really want to get into 3D modeling clay. Those big 3D flowers that are probably not even trending hardly anymore because I let the trend go all the way by, spending time disliking them. Now, I actually love those flowers when they're done thin and delicate, and they look nice, which I'm sure I won't be able to make them thin or delicate the first 10 times at all. But what I don't care for is once the flower is done and it's cured and it looks pretty and clear and like crystally and crisp, and then you glob on a wad of gel and it looks like a 5-year-old painted it. That part I don't like. I've seen it done very well and very delicately, like little strands of silver and stuff, so I can't do that. I envision it in my head, I imagine how I want it to be, but it will look like a 5-year-old did it if I try. Also, I bought an airbrush. I haven't even unboxed it yet. I'm not going to unbox it. And what I bought an airbrush for is because I really want to do some long duckies with like neon ombres. Not necessarily neon, but like nude with maybe a neon orange free edge that ombres upward with some zebra stripes. You know, kind of like Ta Beauty does, where when she does a freestyle, how every nail is different, but there's a theme. So like this one will be cheetah and this one will be zebra, tiger, etc. I'm totally into that, like obsessed into that. And she does those 3D flowers on top of those sets. So I am feeling a set like that, which is really funny because literally that's in my phone. I've been studying it. I bought the gel. I bought the airbrush. And then I saw Ta Beauty do and say that she didn't want to get her airbrush out for just one nail and one ombre, so she used blooming gel to do her ombre. And for whatever reason, that blew my mind. I was like, what? How come I never thought about that? Because I do have an ombre brush for gel, and I hate using it. I just make a mess. I either thin it out too much, or I grab too much of it and smear it around. I'm just not good at that. But I wanted to try that. Literally, I didn't tell anybody that. That's just in my head. That's the set I want to do next. And my dear friend Sarah literally sent me a picture of a set she did that was literally like she plucked it right out of my brain. I sent her the picture of the set that I have been coveting of Ta's, and I'm like, look how close you came to this inspo set I have in my phone that I've been thinking about. So yeah, I'll be copying her and Ta pretty soon, if that's okay, Sarah. But yeah, I'll definitely talk to her about that and give her credit. But that will be coming sometime soon. I know some of you, Angela, hate duckies and hate curved nails, but I also, you guys, I don't know if you guys watch Slayed by Erica not watch, if you follow Slayed by Erica, if you guys want me to send you, not send you, link her Instagram, or if you guys don't know who I'm talking about, you can let me know in the comments. But she sells these, I don't know, 5, 6, or 10 XL curved nails. I mean, they're the longest tips I've ever seen in my life. So I got some. Excuse me, I got them. You guys, I broke a tooth way in the back, and it kind of cuts my tongue every time I talk, so I know my voice probably sounds different. Please pardon me. Yeah, anyway. What was I saying? Yeah, so the tips are amazing. And she does and wears sets with those nails full length and takes clients. I'm like, oh my gosh, girl. But what I want to do is clip those to a length that I can keep in frame, do application on, which might even be in half. I mean, they're that long. And do a moon cut, because the sets she does using those tips with a moon cut, and then she has this particular purple acrylic that she works with kind of frequently, and I want to bathe in it. I literally want to put it in the tub, get it polymerized just right, and just bathe in it. It is so gorgeous. And I bought some. Now their website is either down or gone, so I can't get any more. But anyway, regardless of that, I have a definite set in mind that I want to do with those. And I'm either going to use her tips, or I'm going to use some long duckies that I have from Craftsxnine. So yeah, that's what's banging around in my head as far as nails go. I just did a set today, or just finished a set today, that is white on white. So like a milky white with bright white Frenchies. And that was as far as I got with the design, because also Ta Beauty just did a white on white set. Her milky white glowed, which was like, blam! I asked her what she used, and she told me, but by then I already had the nails done. The product I used for the milky white, because it isn't actually milky white to get the look that I was going for, it's something a little different. I will explain that in the video, but I was shocked and disappointed. Yeah, wow. So yeah, I'll tell you guys that in that video, but I just posted the short of that today, and it's one of my favorite sets. Now, the set she did was white on white on white, birthday cake, kind of like wedding cake. The nails didn't look anything like wedding cake, but if you picture just frosting, like she did some 3D gel that she mixed, just beautiful set. And initially I wanted to, excuse me, replicate that set piece by piece and do it just like her. But once I had the nails done, for whatever reason, I thought I need to do purple bling, because I had been holding off using purple because it's summer. I use purple all the time. It's my favorite color. You guys could easily get sick of purple nail sets. If I let that happen, every set would be purple. So I have waited long enough and held myself back from using purple for a while. And since I only used purple bling, I can actually do some purple nails still. I feel these are the things I go through in my head. There is a set, since I'm kind of in the recreate mode, there is a set on my channel where I used Lilac Lolly, and I can't remember what else, but I'm thinking of recreating that because I loved that set, and I would do it over and over again. Then there's another purple set that was darker, not a jelly acrylic. Oh my gosh. So you guys, Notpolish reached out to me and told me they were shipping me their sheer melts. So I will definitely be, I also need to use my Vita Bella practice hand, but I will definitely be doing a video with their sheer melts. Goodness sakes. Oh, and their poly gel. So that is coming up also. I don't know if you guys remember or watch or notice. I'm sure some of the OGs here probably do, but most of the time when I dust off my nails, like after filing or anytime, I think I might use it in this video actually, because I'm dusting sugar. There is a brush that Notpolish sells called an ombre brush, and it's supposed to be used to like use pigments, ombre pigments. That's what they put it out for years ago when they first started selling their ombre gel that you use with clear and pigments and everything. Pardon me. And it has a wood handle, and it's called an ombre brush. It is the best. It's my favorite brush. It's what I reach for. It's what I go to. I've been using it for about 4 years. I mean, the name's almost wore all the way off the handle. The brush is still in really good condition, but it's starting to get a little old, you know, and I started thinking, well, I better just should just grab another one. My crystal picker broke, so I did pick up another one of those. So I'm like, well, let me grab an ombre brush too, and they aren't on the website. So when they reached out to me about the PR, I was like, please, can you look through your warehouse and tell me if you have an ombre brush? Please. I see they're not on the website, but can you find me one? She said she doesn't think so, but she would look and try, and it would be in my package if so. So, I will be doing jumping jacks if I actually receive an ombre brush in my package. I will let you guys know. Well, I'm going to unbox it for you guys, obviously. I'm already looking forward to mystery boxes, even though I don't need anything, but I don't know. I'm hoping that they release their dust collector. I'm still hoping for that. And yeah, I can't wait to use the sheer melts and the poly gel. And here's why, because that's what I wear on my natural nails, are gels and hard gels. But their poly gel is soakable, so that's super cool. So I can use that and or Thicky gel and or my Young Nails gel, and I can use the sheer melts, well, for just anything. You can use them 1, 2, or 3 layers to make them darker, more opaque, or more light. But I need a light color on my nails before I do acrylics. You know, I can't go around wearing red, or you'd be able to see them through my sets, you know. So yeah, anyway, I'm looking forward to that. And here I'm just showing you guys that whenever you have an ombre, especially with a harsh line or a vivid color difference like these here, I always, when I'm finished, put one bead of a kind of a dense bead of clear right on top of the ombre. Yes, to encapsulate it and protect it, but this will blend out and like blur out your blend even more if you do just specifically this. Instead of just going into cap, specifically put a bead right on top of your ombre. I don't know why, because it's clear. It shouldn't be covering anything, but it does. You'll notice that it just helps. You'll see probably here that it does help. So that's what I'm doing here, and then I'm going to go in and cap. And then I'm going to tell you guys about Jack. Let's see. Well, before that, actually, I'm going to mention, do you see how this bead just blended out those little streaks that were on my ombre? And when it dries, it gets even better. Before I talk about Jack, I'm going to mention that I can't remember if I showed it in this video or not, but the next video that were the pink on pink on pink with dragonflies set. Oh gosh, you guys, I don't know. I was going to tell you that I've been keeping filing in, shaping filing with e-file and hand file, C-curve, non-C-curve, coffin, square, just because, in case anyone needs help, you know, in case anyone needs help with that. So once we get to those videos, I can't remember if I kept it in this one or not. I think maybe one finger. I don't know. Let me know if that's not what you want to see, or if that's something you fast forward through, if you hate it, if you love it, if you need more of it, let me know. I like it. I love it. That made me think of that song. So I'm just showing you here that even though it looks like I just capped, I have no clear. I have no acrylic on the whole bottom half of these nails. Like that is just gel. So I still have to build the entire shape of my nail. So I'm going to go in with a gigantic meaty bead, keep it on the nail, tuck it off the sides, wait for it to polymerize and firm up just a little bit. Oh, in one of the other videos, I do a clear experiment because I've had a bead of clear on my towel, and I was like, oh my gosh, look how clear that is. And it was the Nina's. So I grabbed the 4 clears that I have right at my reach and do a little experiment with you guys, or for you guys. I don't think it's in this video. I think it's in the next one. Anyway, I'm going to do one big huge bead that gives shape to these nails. and shape and file. I'm going to go check if I keep filing it or not so that I know if I have anything to talk about or if I can talk about Jack. Hold on. But Squirrel, before that, I want to know, is anyone on here watching the Karen Reed trial or the P. Diddy trial? So much to say. Put it in the comments. Okay, I looked at the rest of the video and lucky you, I do the clear experiment and filing. So I'll tell you about Jack real quick. He's fine. He is back to 100% being himself. We spoke to the vet about should we stop the medication because perhaps he's feeling so much better because of the medication, so I don't want to stop it thinking, oh, he's better, he doesn't need it, when it's the meds making him feel better. So we discontinued everything but the anti-inflammatory muscle relaxer in one type thing. Or no, they gave him a shot of an anti-inflammatory, so it was just a muscle relaxer, so he's off the pain meds and 100% back to himself. The only thing is with a soft tissue injury, just like your own self, you guys, if you have a car accident and, you're a little bit sore, your back's kind of sore or your neck's kind of sore, and then you get over it next week, and 5 years down the road, you can't turn your neck one day, and it's making you scream, and you go to the doctor, and they're like, oh, well, you have a